Hello, children. I think it is time to talk about the most anticipated unit we've had in quite some time. The one everyone is saving their VCR for. A unit so iconic, I am sure everyone can guess who it is, simply by a certain piece of music. You know who I am talking about, right?
いいぞ。それでいい。私を忘れるな。
Yes, it is time for us to talk about the one-winged virgin, Sephiroth. He will be one of the main attractions for the 3rd anniversary, and he is definitely looking to make a big impact on the game, in every possible way. Let's take a look at what the Longsword Man brings to the table. His TMR gives a nice boost to attack and defense penetration, which is pretty nice. It also has 2 casts, making it decent for guild battles, as well. The equipment itself has some decent enough stats, I suppose. His master ability seems pretty standard. One thing you might notice is the critical rate increase. This is worth keeping in mind when you think about how you want to build him. Moving on to his support skills, the one which really stands out is this one. A 20% all elemental resist. Let's be real, that is pretty insane. Such strength against all elements? Maybe Sephiroth is secretly the avatar. His other support skills offer plenty of viability as well, depending on how you want to utilize this soldier. In fact, you can just go absolutely crazy with his offensive output, if you wanted to. The only viable counter for him would be the physical reflex. The others have too short of a range. He has access to a couple of pretty sweet buffs. This one gives him light resistance, which is great already. The reaction block is always useful. But also, this skill does something incredibly unique, by giving Sephiroth another counter ability. So our boy here will have 2 different counters at once. How cute! I hope you have all been building your reaction block trust stones, children. The other buff gives him a general barrier, alongside some nice AP restore. Moving on to his offensive skills, there are a couple of good ones. This one is particular, hits in a large area, breaks general barriers and also increases his own /resistance penetration. Wow! He has a couple of skills that reduce agility and CT, respectively. The latter, we will talk about more, in a little bit. His subjobs don't light the world on fire, like Sephiroth himself does on most occasions. The soldier job does offer a guaranteed hit skill, which is pretty great to have, considering fire evasion will be a pretty credible threat. His limit burst is incredible, I have to say. It dispels re-raise, as well as courage, hits in a large area, and reduces his own AP consumption significantly. Oh, you want a cherry on top of all that? This skill is also a guaranteed hit. Absolutely ridiculous, but exactly what the one-winged virgin deserves. With the AP from his earlier buff, as well as potential trust stones, Sephiroth probably doesn't need bells to function, which is great. Of course, our boy definitely looks like a mean fighting machine, but we have to keep in mind that the 3rd anniversary isn't just bringing a bunch of new units into the fray. The developers are up to no good again, because they are bringing a brand new form of power creep into the game, known as the Dream Enhancement and Reincarnation system. I won't go into details now, but let's just say that certain units can now get to level 140, alongside getting some new skills and abilities. For Sephiroth, he gets some more resistances, making him even harder to kill. One of his skills also gets an upgrade. His job level 25 skill, which already reduced CT, is now also a guaranteed hit skill. So between this, the guaranteed hit skill from his sub-job, and his limit burst, he has a bunch of ways of dealing with evasion units. And everyone hates evasion units, right? Moving on to his equipment, he will be getting a brand new sword, which really is the weapon of choice for him. It reinforces his desire to do critical hits, and a critical version might be the way to go. even if it means sacrificing some base attack power. The Umbral Armlet, which is actually available right now, might be something you want to pick up, as Sephiroth can get some good use out of it, especially since you will probably be facing a lot of other Sephiroths, as well. I bet it will be a lot of fun. The TMR slot is pretty flexible. You might still use bells, just for the extra agility which it provides. But it can be up to preference. Alongside Sephiroth, we will be getting a brand new vision card. This seems like it would be tailor-made for him, but it is one of those job-based cards, which everyone simply loves objectively. In all fairness, this isn't a card you absolutely need to get, as there are alternatives, which can work better for the whole team. Speaking of teams, let's take a look at some units, which could work well together with our long sword boy. Ruinstern received some pretty nice buffs with his second master ability, and Darkfina is a pretty great unit, in general. Although you could easily replace Ruinstern with Halloween Lucia, who everyone now knows, is actually an incredible unit. Let's take a look at some matches featuring the One-Winged Virgin, so we can get a more practical idea about him. After that, we'll talk about some final thoughts. Enjoy the commentary from Editor Man, as he attempts to provide commentary, while still being very sick.
Hello everybody, this is the Editor Man. I am still quite sick and on quite a bit of medication, but that is not going to stop me from providing a little bit of commentary today. And we have a pretty great matchup here. It's the Dark Team featuring Sephiroth, Ruinstern, and Darkfina going up against the man of many swords, Stern, alongside Valentine Miranda there, and she's a relatively recent addition to the JP roster as well. And the one who will outlast humanity itself, it's Engelbert. He's still there. I don't understand why he's still there, but he is. So which way is the pendulum going to swing today? Is it going to be the Dark Team who will take it away from the Light Team? We'll have to wait and see. Everybody's getting their buffs online right now. Very important, yes. Valentine Miranda might be pretty close to Ruinstern after he moves here. And she might be able to get the first shot in. And yeah, that does seem to be the case. She's taking a hit on both Sephiroth and Ruinstern, and that's a pretty decent chunk of damage. But Ruinstern is about as durable as a piece of paper in a forest fire, so that damage does not surprise me, but that was a decent chunk of damage on Sephiroth. And Darkfina is still not in range of anybody, and it looks like Swordstern is going to take the first hit on her, and that's a pretty nice amount of damage as well. The Dark Team is suffering here. Can Sephiroth chain the tide here? And he can. He will take out Valentine Miranda in one hit. Very nicely done. That's the kind of power you guys have to look forward to. And Ruinstern, can he do something? And no! Engelbert is going to tank that very easily. Can Darkfina continue this dark elemental chain? And even then, I don't think that did much at all. Yeah, Engelbert is hanging in there, and he's going to take the initiative and take down Ruinstern. Oh my god. Engelbert is turning out to be the MVP. Swordstern is going to clean things up, but Darkfina does have access to re-raise. So the game isn't over yet. Can Sephiroth chain things up here? He is going for his limit break. Can he make the difference? He'll have to do a lot of damage. He has to take out Engelbert now. And no, Engelbert has a ton of slash resistance, a ton of dark resistance, and he is just a bad mofo. He's going to take on everything. Can Darkfina do something here? No, Engelbert is going to survive it all, and he is going to go on the initiative as well. He's going to probably take out Darkfina, and yes, he will. Oh my god. Forget Swordstern. Forget Sephiroth, even though he's kneeling right now. It is all about Engelbert. If you are not sure about who to pull for, just pull for Engelbert. He will be relevant 10 years later. When we're all gone and this game is dead, he will still be relevant somehow. Oh my god. Alright, we've got another Dark versus Light matchup here. The only difference is the Light Team does not have Engelbert. They are featuring Sakura. That might be a game changer in itself. They're not featuring the best unit in the game right now, Engelbert by far. Can the Dark Team show their worth this time? We'll have to wait and see. The last match was not a great showing for Sephiroth and his team. Even though Sephiroth did pretty well, everybody else kind of let him down. But we'll have to see, can Ruinstern redeem himself? the second favorite son of Olde, can he do something to make his dad proud? Even though I don't think that'll ever happen. Considering, well, that might be a spoiler. Never mind that. Okay, Ruin's turn. Is he in range? No, one more buff for him. Alright, he's moving up there. He's probably going to take the first hit again. And Sword's turn is right there. He's just like, alright, Ruin's turn. You want to go? Let's do this. It's the future and the past. The light versus dark. The duality of man. We're going to face off against each other. Dark Fina will never be in range of anybody. She will forever be out of range. And Sword's turn takes the initiative. The first hit was blocked by Ruin's turn's automatic shield, so that's pretty good. Oh no, Sephiroth was going to take the hit off on, Sword's turn, but Reflex is the best skill in the game. No matter how skilled you are never going to be as skilled as Reflex, and the Valentine Miranda pretty much almost destroying Dark Fina there. Can Ruin's turn manage something? That's about halfway. That's pretty good. The duality of man battle that's going on over there is still continuing, but he's going to die to Sakura here for sure. It's time for Ruin's turn to go to heaven and maybe find someone who gives a damn about him. And Dark Fina is finally in range. She finally got a hit off. Alright. Oh, and Sephiroth tanks that hit really well from Sword's turn. Amazingly well tanked. But Valentine Miranda is probably going to kill Dark Fina, but she has access to Ray Race. She's coming back from the dead. And can she be the game changer here? Sephiroth, they are all bunched up together. Can he get multiple of them into his limit break here? We're gonna have to wait and see how many people is he going to hit. He's going to hit 2, he's going to kill 2. Wonderful. Now that is the power of the one-winged angel, or the one-winged virgin, whichever way you want to say it. And that's going to be Dark Fina. She's going to be able to kill Sword's turn for the first time, but he's coming back. But he has an uphill battle for him this time around. No Engelbert to bail him out this time. Can Sword's turn be the difference maker for his team? He does take out Dark Fina, but Sephiroth is going to be able to get the kill off on him. Oh my lord, no, it's Reflex. Sword's turn has done the strategy. He has done the tactical work, and the Reflex is what gets the victory here. The strongest skill in the game. No matter how skilled you are, you will never be better than Reflex. Going into the third game, and it's another light team, but it's very different from the previous two because this is light evade. And keep in mind, in my opinion, Sephiroth has a huge advantage over this sort of team because his limit break cancels out re-raise and courage, two of the things which make light evade so obnoxious. So it'll be interesting to see if this light team can still hold up against the might of Sephiroth and the other two. That's how it basically is. It's Sephiroth and the other two. Ruin's turn has been very disappointing so far, even though I really like the unit and the character. But please, Ruin's turn, make yourself useful. I want you to be viable here. This is a very good matchup for him as well, considering Ruin's turn has a lot of luck, and he should be able to be very accurate against this light team. But we have to wait and see. Will Dark Fina be in range this time? She did pretty well, to be fair. There's no reason for me to go off on Dark Fina. She did pretty well in the last match, but I just like to think in my head she's never in range when she needs to be. When it matters, when it counts, she's not going to be in range. Alright, they're all just slowly getting all of their buffs online. No matter all 300 buffs are going off. Maybe doubling up on buffs instead of moving forward. Alright, they're finally moving up. We might be able to see some action soon. Just a couple of last few buffs to get online for Sephiroth before he decides he's good and ready. And Golden's turn, he should be in range of lock. No, he's not. He's going to get one more buff for the good luck there. Dark Fina will not be in range. That is something we understand already. We don't even need to think about it. She is going to try and move further up ahead just to try and get in range. Violet is going to go up ahead and bunch up together with the rest of the squad, and Elena is going to be the first one to get her hit off. It's her limit break against Ruin's turn. He's going to take a decent chunk from this. We'll have to see how much damage is this. And it's about halfway even with the shield. So next hit will kill Ruin's turn. And it looks like he's going to die without even getting a chance to do anything. Well done, Runestern. Old day must be proud. That's why he never let you fight, you know. And here's Sephiroth. This is the limit break. This is what we came to see. It's guaranteed hit. He's going to pretty much annihilate both of them. That is, Sephiroth is the antithesis to Light Evade. Can Violet do something about this though? But it's going to be very difficult. Sephiroth has access to other guaranteed hit attacks as well. Dark Fina might not be even needed if she actually gets in range, and she won't be. Of course she's not going to be in range. It's all going to be up to Sephiroth. He's going to 1v3 this Light Evade team. Let me tell you right now, that's a spoiler. You can take that to the bank. But Violet has access to Courage. I do remember that, yes. But she does not seem like she'll have what it takes. Can Dark Fina get the last hit off? She needs to charge, so it'll take a bit of time there. And Violet is going to put a bit of damage on both of them. But this is a foregone conclusion in my mind. But Dark Fina, will she be the one who gets the last hit off? And no, it was another buff. Amazing. It is brilliant. Sephiroth is going to 1v3 this whole team. Somehow, Dark Fina will never be in range or accurate enough if she is in range. And that is another dub for the Darkness team. Alright, enough of the light teams. It's time to see how Sephiroth and his friends handle a wind team, and it's a pretty good looking wind team too, a pretty standard one. We are all very aware of this team over on the global side as well. Joom is a great tank, Sadali, great support unit, and his limit break, that charm is always a threat, but keep in mind that Sephiroth is actually very resistant to charm, so he might not be affected by it if he gets caught in that limit break. What can I say about Glaciella there? Very strong unit. Revolutionary Glaciella can actually 1v3 a lot of teams on her own. It would be interesting to see how well this Tark team can handle this wind team. I want to see if Ruinstern can finally redeem himself. It has been a horrible showing throughout all of the previous few matches. He has done barely anything, and he's been the first one to die practically every time without accomplishing much at all. Everybody's getting their buffs online again, so important. Never leave home without your buffs, okay? Do not go to school without your buffs, or never go to work without your buffs online. It's very dangerous. The Swordstern, is he in range? Ruinstern, is he in range? He is. He's going to be in range of both Glaciella and Joom. That's alright, damn it, that's not much, but it's something, I suppose. But it looks like he'll be the one taking the brunt of the first few hits, and he's probably going to die. And the first hit though, he does evade the damage because of his shield, but he does not evade the confusion. But that might not even come into play because Glaciella put the hurt on him right there. He might be pissed off right now, but Joom is going to get her turn before anybody else, and he is definitely going to knock out Ruinstern. Another disappointing showing. Just what can I say? He is a disappointment. The golden armor does nothing. And Sephiroth, he's going to try to redeem Ruinstern here. He's going to try to 1v3 this team once again because Dark Fina, we all know she won't be in range. Or is she? Nope. Again, brilliantly done. Dark Fina is not on the Dark team side, I feel. She is... I don't know whose side he's on, and not the limit break. He's not going for the limit break. Sadali is going to get a very strong hit out on both of those units. The confusion on Dark Fina will not matter too much because he is immediately out of it because of Glaciella's attack. What's Joom going to do? Oh, Sephiroth's counter activated there. Very strong counter. Look how much damage that did to Joom. Amazing. Even though she did a bit of damage back to Sephiroth and Dark Fina, it's not that much. And Dark Fina, Sephiroth is going to be... Will he hit his limit break? Yes, he will. He's going to catch all three of them. This might be the game changer right here. This might be the game right here in this moment. This match might be over depending on the kind of damage we see. They're all... Joom is dead. Sadali is barely alive. And Dark Fina, can she finally be in range? Yes, she will be in range. And she is going to kill Glaciella, and that's it. Sadali cannot possibly hope to just get rid of both of them. He is a very strong character, but he's not that strong, and Sephiroth is going to clean things up. This will be the end, and a simple slash, not giving Sadali any respect, just a straightforward basic attack for the win. Alright, let's check out one more game because my voice is almost gone and I'm not sure if this is entertaining for anybody. But it's the Ice team featuring the Missile Girls and Velis. And will the Dark team be able to take them out considering the amount of range the Ice Girls have? And range is one thing the Dark team might have a bit of a problem with, especially considering that even Sephiroth seems to be the only one who has a lot of range, and even then it's not much. And Darkfina, well, she doesn't have any range ever, and Ruinstern does not really exist in this game, apparently, because he doesn't do much at all. But will this be the game in which he changes my opinion by showing me that he deserves to be a cost 100 unit and the one who will change the flow of the battle at some point? Or will he be the first one to die, as things typically are? But if he does tend to be the first one to die, maybe up there in heaven, he might find a father who actually gives a damn about him. And that's unnecessary cheap shot at Ruinstern. No, that's not fair. He's had a tough life already, playing second fiddle to, Mont his whole life. And Eliza is going to be in range of him. No, he is in range of Darkfina, and this is how much of a range he can possibly have. And what kind of damage I guess, she's almost dead. That's a lot of damage. Darkfina does have access to re-raise, but that's a ton of damage, way too much damage. And Alaya, she might be in range of her too. Yup, a simple shot and Darkfina is down without re-raise. Did one of the girls have re-raise removal perhaps? I'm not sure entirely. But Eliza and Alaya have already done a significant amount of damage. Ruinstern is there. Somehow he's not the first person to die in this match. But Sephiroth has a lot on his plate here. How can he? And Sephiroth is going to take another hit. Immediately going to take a hit as soon as he moves forward. And this is looking bad. Ruinstern, it's going to be up to him. He's going to do a mighty roar and he's going to do nothing else. No damage on the Ice team at all so far. Dark team with an uphill battle here. And Eliza is going to get another turn and she has AP. That means that's another hit and Sephiroth is gone. He has no re-raise or courage, remember. He's gone. This Ice team is cleaning things up and they're going to go on the offensive against Ruinstern. He will never even get into range in this battle. Oh my god. He's the last one alive, but it does not matter. Will he be able to get a hit on any of them? He might actually get a hit on. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. Ruinstern actually proving me wrong. Oh my god. He has taken out both of the Ice Girls, but Velis is still there. Velis is still there and he's going to finish this off. That was so close though. Ruinstern almost did something, but not enough. Velis just too much for him. But he did take out Alaya and Eliza. That's pretty commendable. But there you have it. You get a pretty decent look at the Dark team, what they can do. Sephiroth again is going to be the main playmaker. Ruinstern is going to try and play, but mostly meet his maker. Hey, considering this is not scripted, that was pretty good. Alright. And Darkfina will forever attempt to get into range. But that's it. Back to Papa.
Well, that went on way longer than I thought it would. Anyway, there you have it, children. Sephiroth is a great unit, but he's not going to completely dominate everything on his own. But new players can utilize Sephiroth as a great starting point. That's all I have for you today, children. Have a good day, make sure you keep breathing, and may the light of the crystals guide you.